I'd been having a problem with my baby Rockefeller for about 5 years. I decided it was time to go and meet a guy who knew a guy. His name was Tony Lorenzo. He says to me, "Jackie, baby, you need to go down Old Main Street. You need to go and see a girl named Samantha Fox. She's a real fox, if you know what I mean." I said, "Tony, buddy, I ain't into that furry shit." He said, "No, Jackie, you misunderstand. I don't mean a real fox." I said, "But you just said she was a real fox." Anyway, this led to a lot of confusion, but I eventually understood. This gal was the medicine I needed. Later that evening, I headed down Main Street with a wallet full of dreams. There it was, like a beacon in the night, Sam's place. I needed to request a special invite, but Tony Lorenzo, he already got me the hookup, so I was good to walk right on in. The smell hit me like a side iron, a mixture of cheap perfume and cough syrup. I could already feel my J.D. Salinger starting to rise to attention. "The name's Sam," she said. "I hear you got a dick problem." I said, "That's a little offensive, don't you think?" She said, "And that accent isn't." "Fair enough," I said. She said, "I'm gonna do a little striptease for you, but you need to name your game. I'm not gonna show these tatas for free." I said, "Swing ball." She said, "No, we're playing poker, sit down." She dealt the cards like a pro, and she played slow and methodical. Almost too slow. No, actually, just too slow. She played real slow. Almost bored me to tears. After a few rounds, she hadn't removed a stitch. It got so I was impatient, and I started to lay the money down thick. I was here to see this broad's open hand, but I was sat here like a soft jack. She said, "I raise." I said, "I want to raise your blouse." She said, "Put your money where your mouth is." I started to chew on a $5 bill, but she wasn't impressed. I decided it was time to put the pressure on. It took a few hours, but eventually she took off her socks. "Like what you see?" she said. "Are those cotton or silk?" I asked. "Polyester," she nodded. She was a classy broad. I had to take another $200 off her plate before she did anything else. This time she just stood there with her hand on her hips. I should have realized right then and there that this dame was out to stiff me, and not in the way I wanted. 2 hours later, I had her down to a negligee. I won't lie, she had a body that'd make an hourglass self-conscious. But it still wasn't enough. I needed to see what kind of puppy she was smuggling in the rib closet. 3 more hours. She let the arm of a negligee slip down, but it stopped there. She had me blushing, but I needed a royal flushing. She was down to her last $200. I decided to go all in. That was it. We were done. "Show me the goods," I said. I pushed back into the chair, resting my hands behind my head. "What do you mean?" she said. "You've already seen my bust." I shook my head as the blood drained from my groin. "You really got me good, you crazy dame." "Was it worth it?" she asked. "Nah."